Most people think crypto is about picking the right chain, but that's not what's actually being built. Web3 is about to change how money moves, and most people don't even realize it because everyone's focused on coins, but that's not where the real shift is happening. What's actually being built is a financial system underneath it all. Different chains are solving real problems, but you may have been misinformed about what the future actually holds, because the future doesn't belong to one chain doing everything. It belongs to a system of layers, working together underneath the surface. This is where it gets interesting. The financial system is built in layers. Payments move money, custody holds assets, settlement finalizes transactions, and all of it runs on a shared foundation, the digital asset infrastructure underneath it all. And if you don't understand these layers, you won't understand where money is actually going. At the base of everything is control, not code, not crypto, money itself. Because before anything moves, it has to be defined, regulated, and approved. Think of this like the rulebook of the entire system. This layer controls monetary policy, compliance, and who can participate? Banks, central banks, institutions like BlackRock, and without this layer, nothing above it is allowed to operate at scale. This is the layer that decides who gets access to money and who doesn't. This is where everything starts, but it doesn't move money. Before institutions move money, they need to know it's safe, because custody is trust. Trillions of dollars don't enter systems that can't secure assets. This is the vault. Custody providers store assets, protect keys, and ensure security. Coinbase custody, Anchorage, Fireblocks. And if institutions don't trust custody, they don't participate at all. So now we have rules and we have storage, but we still don't have agreement. If custody fails, assets disappear. This is where networks decide what's real. Consensus is agreement. Without consensus, nothing in crypto actually exists. It's like every participant agreeing on the same ledger at the same time. This is where transactions are validated, blocks are confirmed, and truth is established. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Hedera, Cardano. If consensus breaks, the entire system breaks. Now we have rules, we have custody, we have agreement, but nothing has actually settled yet. This is where value actually moves, not promises, finality, because a transaction isn't real until it's settled. Think of this like the moment money actually lands in your account. Settlement is where assets transfer, transactions complete, and value becomes final. This is where networks like XRP and Stellar come in. Designed specifically for fast, efficient settlement. This is where speed becomes money, and delays become cost. And this is the layer banks care about most, because it replaces slow, expensive legacy systems. And if you don't understand where value settles, you won't understand where value is created. So now, we don't just have a network. We have the beginning of a financial system. Now here's where most systems fail. They can't talk to each other. None of these systems work alone, because if systems can't connect, they can't scale. And when they don't scale, money gets stuck. And when money gets stuck, the system breaks. And that problem shows up again in the next layer. It's like having banks that can't talk to each other, or apps that don't share data. This layer connects blockchains, financial systems, and data across networks. Projects like Chainlink, Quant, Cosmos, Polkadot. So now, we don't just have layers, we have connections. Even if everything connects, there's still a blind spot. Blockchains can't see the real world, which means without real-world data, most of this system doesn't work at all. Prices, events, real-world activity, none of it exists on-chain. It's like a computer with no internet connection. Oracles bring that data in, and once data enters the system, something much bigger happens next. Chainlink, Band, API 3. Now we have systems that can connect and understand the real world. Now things stop being manual and start becoming automatic, which means fewer delays, fewer middlemen, and in some cases, no intermediaries at all. It's like software replacing paperwork. Smart contracts execute transactions, enforce rules, and remove manual processes. Ethereum, Solana, Avalanche. Which means systems become faster, cheaper, and harder to control by traditional finance. But automation alone isn't the breakthrough. What comes next is. So now, we don't just have movement, we have automation. This is the moment everything shifts, because now anything of value can enter this system. Stocks, real estate, funds, even parts of businesses, can all become digital. It's like turning everything of value into something that can move instantly. Tokenization allows ownership to become digital, assets to be fractional, and markets to become more accessible. And once something becomes digital, it's no longer stuck in one place. It can move through every layer you've seen. Ondo Finance, Ethereum, Avalanche, Polygon. Now look at this again. This isn't separate pieces anymore. This is a system starting to come alive. This is where value becomes usable, because building digital assets is one thing, but making them move is another. An asset can be tokenized, connected, and automated, but without liquidity, it just sits there. Liquidity is the fuel of the system. It allows capital to move, markets to function, and value to circulate. You can build the most advanced car in the world, but without fuel, it goes nowhere. That's what liquidity is. It turns digital value into something alive. This is where liquidity is created. And when liquidity enters the stack, the system stops looking experimental and starts looking operational. So now the system has rules, security, agreement, settlement, connection, data, automation, digital assets, and now it has flow. And this is where the shift becomes real. Because this layer is no longer just about crypto, it's about how money actually moves in the real world. Payroll, remittances, commerce, business transfers. This is the bridge between digital systems and everyday life. Think of payment infrastructure like highways for value. Most people only notice the car, but the road underneath decides how fast value moves, how expensive it is, and who gets access. And when those roads change, everything built on top of them changes too. That's why payment rails matter, because when movement becomes faster, cheaper, and more global, the entire financial system starts behaving differently. And once that happens, the next layer becomes the only thing most people will ever see. This is the layer people think is the whole story. The wallets, apps, dashboards, the interface. This is what users touch. But by the time you get here, most of the important work has already happened below. That's what most people miss. The interface feels simple, because the stack underneath is doing all the hard work. It's like your phone. You tap one button, but underneath is software, networking, hardware, and security all working together. That's this layer. It hides complexity. And when systems hide complexity well, adoption accelerates. Because people don't adopt technology when it feels revolutionary. They adopt it when it feels effortless. And that leads to the final layer. This is where the future stops looking like crypto and starts looking normal. Consumers don't care about consensus. Businesses don't care about Oracle networks. Most people will never ask what settlement layer they're using. They'll just care that money moves faster, assets are easier to access, ownership is more flexible, and systems feel smoother and cheaper. And that's the point. The most important technologies don't win because people admire them. They win because people stop noticing them. That's when infrastructure becomes reality. That's when a stack becomes a system. And that's when a system starts changing lives. Now look at the full stack again. This is why the future isn't one chain. It isn't one company. It isn't one app. It isn't one winner. It's coordination across layers, rules, custody, consensus, settlement, connectivity, data, automation, tokenization, liquidity, payments, applications, real-world use. That's the shift. And if you've been looking at crypto like a scoreboard, you've been looking at the surface. What's actually being built is deeper than that. A new financial architecture, one layer at a time. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Because the question is no longer which coin wins. The real question is, which layers will shape the future of money and who will control them?
Now you see it. The layers matter. All utility coins matter. It's an ecosystem. Lock